Celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Hey, check 24.
Snap.
And to give this time to the tailback. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Bullet high.
49, check 49.
Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Slater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Spell.
Mike 50.
Look at me. Zipper.
I got you. Check.
Look at me. Door. Bravo.
Check 20.
Shoot.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Hey.
They'll run on 1st down. Bird. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. X3. 218, chopper. Yes. Go out. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Slater. And a throw right sideline is complete. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
60 outlaw.
Watch the screen. Pass. Shoot.
22 jet bomber.
On 1st down, Bird. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
80 weapon.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7.
Now a give, right side. It's Bird. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again.
On the ready.
2nd and goal from the 1.
You ain't got nothing. Rush in.
General West.
55 is my guy, 55. Hey, tight, tight. Shift. Alert flare, flare. 25.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, check. Check 31. Shoot.
Go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Here are the Saints now as they've elected to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
He's coming. Check in. Hey, home. Mike 13. Right here. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in.
Allen now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Everyone got 4 down. Motion.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Smith trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Allen going to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Defense wins championships, baby. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
I smell fear in that offense.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Fear in that offense.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Bird. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Slater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, check right, check right. Watch it.
Five.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
Here we go. Smooth. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Looking to throw. Slater. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Hey, high 7.
Watch out. Check Mike 54.
Bam.
You go tight. You got tight. You got
Now.
He's checking. Crack.
Hey, exit.
37. Check 37.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 4th down, Slater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Count 80.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd and 9. Allen. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
6-6. Pull it high.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Get him.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Ito Smith. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's coming, check in.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, Delta.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
Win the rep, let's go right here.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 54.
Throwing again. Slater into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Pick the edge. Go. Slam.
Protein spill.
Tighten up. Watch the Lord.
They keep it with Smith on 1st down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a pickup
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Your trip is here.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 31, Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
You draw quarters.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, it's Allen eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
X3, 218, jump.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He completes it to Evans. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Now, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
80 weapons.
What? Twist. What?
Hey, echo.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Snap.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the feet. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Single.
Check 3. Alert. All 52.
Hey, Haywood.
To throw, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. To the air, Allen. Now they go screen, it's complete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken very short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come off the ball. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Stop. Check 3. Middle.
Again, it's Smith. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Allen. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the run, it's Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Allen's throw is complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, 57, Mike 57. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 36, 36.
On third down, Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is Smith. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Regular. Check 24, check 24.
Switch on travel.
No. Switch.
Smith. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Get in the weight room. Alert. 57, Mike 57. Let's go. 57, Mike 57.
On third and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, tight.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
Allen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check it back.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could...
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go, go, go. Right there.
Go. Hit it.
2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Hey.
Throwing on first down. Slater, he'll rifle this from deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Jam.
Watch the safety creep.
General West. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Bird. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, Alpha. Topper.
54, right there. 54 Mike. It's our time. It's our time.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Slater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Back to throw. Slater looking left side, and it's complete. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
90 Wolf.
Hey, switch gears.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Go. Gone. 60 or.
I got you. Kill. 57 to Mike.
Smooth.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, check Mike 57. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Check three.
61. Matchbox lights.
On first down, Bird. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Looking to throw. Slater. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They'll try the left side. Bird. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. From the gun, Slater. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Identity! 13. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Motion, motion, motion. All 52.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. They'll run for it here with Smith. He's got the first down here inside the 30. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
You're out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Protein spill. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hard. Hard.
Check out.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Check 4. Check 4.
Blue draw Corkers. Rocket.
54.
Hey, Orbit.
Hatchet.
Hey, Sam off. Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Slater. He's going to fire one. Deep left sideline. It got his man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Watch the whip. Wide. Get wide.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Nice 57's right.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
23 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Pick it up. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 13. Watch the run. Mike 13. He's coming.
Alert.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's got Smith here. And He is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Squeeze.
On first down, Slater. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Smith, he's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons! Ito Smith, 42 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier, now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to...
And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Bound to lose 1.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now with Smith. 20! And they're going to to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 15. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
He's coming, double up. Switch.
Hey, alert. Check 24.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the ball is knocked out. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the two-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the two-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He's an attack coach. Always attack.
So for Atlanta, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hope.